How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Grimm up in this piece in the form of their Little Thief. Yeah, this is a Merlot Grape Berliner Weisse. So it says here, Merlot grapes used in this gathering series, see a second life in this tart, delicate Berliner Weisse. We steeped Little Thief on the remaining grape skins and stems to produce a beer that conveys a hint of Merlot. So it's 3% alcohol by volume, very tiny beer. Awesome labeling. And this comes courtesy my boy Kyle from Brooklyn. Yeah, he sent off a couple bottles of Grimm and can too. And this is one of them. And I'm about to do a live hang. And when I do live hangs, look at that vibrance, man. Wow. When I do live hangs, I usually like to do a couple beer reviews beforehand, so I have a couple beers to drink for the live hang. And I like to go for the low ABV stuff. And we are definitely dealing from the low ABV deck with this one. Label-wise, awesome artwork. Grimm typically doesn't disappoint when it comes to their label design, nor the quality of the labels. I really do dig them. As far as that beer goes, I mean, that is vibrant. Purple-pink combination there. I mean, it's super vibrant. How aggressively vibrant that is almost kind of unreal. I mean, it kind of comes off that way probably on camera, but this is not like a saturation knock-up or anything like that. That's what it looks like in real life. What is what could be had dissipating relatively quick, what you'd expect for a low ABV Berliner Weisse, but man, it looks like some otherworldly fruit juice right there. I don't think there's a fruit juice that is that vibrant. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, anyway, let's get a nose. I don't know if it's placebo effect, but this is giving me very much berry vibes. Leaning blueberry, raspberry vibes, as opposed to grape vibes. I mean, this looks pretty much what you'd expect like a super juice kind of blueberry to look like. Soft tartness, a little bit of acidity in there, and that reddish, let's go reddish fruit, let's go that generic, because obviously it's those Merlot grapes being used in here that's imparting the color and the nose. But when they say here, they said the Merlot grapes in our gathering series see a second life in this tart, delicate Berliner Weisse. We steeped Little Thief on the remaining grape skins and stems. So I don't know the way that's worded. I don't know if they actually took the must or the grapes they used for that previous beer and reapplied it to this one, or let's say they just used the flesh of the grapes for that previous series, so those skins and stems that were left over went in here. I kind of think it would be the latter, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, I mean, it smells pretty. Pretty's the name of the game here. Nice, vibrant berry vibes in here with that soft little tart thing going on. It smells way bigger than that 3% that's listed on the bottle. Let's just dive in. Cheers. Wow, that's tart in a very fun way, because there's a nice sweetness to it too. I mean, that reddish fruit kind of comes through. Again, it's leaning more berry vibes for me, but with that acidity level, with that tartness, I should say more tartness than acidity, it really does kind of come off very vinous, very grapey, but in that kind of berry direction. There's a nice sweetness to it. It's not overtly perceptible, but you can tell there's a decent sweetness because of how tart the beer gets, but doesn't get out of control. Almost acts like a limiter on that tartness and keeps it in check. You know, what you'd expect 3% Berliner Weisse mouthfeel-wise is probably pretty dense for that ABV level. It really is that just cornucopia of berryness initially on the taste. A little bit of sweetness, maybe a subtle little earthy bittering to it. That tartness kind of follows it up. Finish is super clean. Done and done. I mean, this is delicious. Honestly, this might be the best Berliner Weisse I've ever had. Let's put it that way. It's that good. I mean, I'm not usually super on board with ultra tart. And not that this beer is super aggressively tart, but it's way tarter than beers you typically see at this ABV level. But with how it balances off that tartness with that sweetness, that soft little bittering, in such a tiny beer, and to come off that big on the fruit end of things, it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I love this beer. Yeah, that does not suck. So anyway, yeah, berries galore, big tartness, uber drinkability, super tasty beer. Is it one of the better Berliner Weisses I've ever had? Yes. Is it one of the better Berliner Weisses I've had as of late? Yes. Is it one of the better ones I've ever had? Probably yes. So it's Mount Rushmore status, obviously. Value to availability, no idea on this one. Please, people in the old Grimm universe, or Kyle, or both, let me know how much you paid for this. And leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? I mean, if you like small fruited tart beers, I mean, this is kind of perfect in that sense. It's not a perfect beer, but if you dig those kind of beers, you're going to be really hard pressed to find something not only just this vibrant and tasty, but at that paltry 3% ABV. I'm a fan. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Berliner Weiss right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.